Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna see what Bitcoin is doing today. We see of course a lot of green there. We still of course inside our base channel as we mentioned before. Of course after this impulse we have our base channel in case we are very bearish and we're looking for an impulse toward the downside. This impulse did not broke the base channel as a wave 3. That means I cannot call it an impulse, meaning ABC 3 waves, and definitely this long sideways here so far, or that it start to show up as an ABC here, A, B, and a C, of course, as expected, and we'll see, of course, what are the possibilities. So very likely that it might, of course, be a start here for something towards higher prices, which can be an A, B, and a C towards the upside here as, of course, a regular flat as a bear market, meaning we are looking for this scenario here that it might be, of course, starting an ABC in WXNOY, or I would say WXNOY is much more likely because the wave C is not finished here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, we finish, of course, zigzag, another zigzag as an X, as a bridge in between, and we start to push for higher. Now, of course, it took a lot of time to accumulate here some energy, some strength to push, of course, for higher again. Currently, we're looking for a wave B. Wave B, and then, of course, after it, we're going to see a wave C again, because, of course, we are expecting at least 3 waves, a correction here, at least to be a shallow correction hitting the 0.38, especially when we are in a wave 3 over 3. Go back, of course, to the deep analysis. You will understand exactly what do I mean with wave 3 over 3 and why we are seeking only for 0.38 here. Very shallow correction before we push towards the 200K over there for Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, basically, this wave B as a regular flat can be also an expanding flat. And with an expanding flat, you are expecting even a new all-time high here, pushing really massively and hitting around the 130, 150K, where everyone might think that we might continue directly towards the 200K, and then we drop down very aggressively again towards the 56K here. In case, of course, this happens, that will be very massive, of course. However, both are a correction at the end, and we are looking for the 200K for both case scenario after it. Now, if we push for the deep analysis, the deep correction, the deep correction is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5 again. And as we mentioned before, of course, we need to break the channel here. The base channel has to be broken to confirm at least that we are in an impulse, but this is not confirmed. This is a perfect 1-to-1 fib level, and we see a signal of strength, and we push toward the upside here. So very likely that we are in a regular flat here, or an expanding flat, of course, for the future, rather than a deep correction, of course, for an ABC, which it might take a longer time and a deeper correction, as many of you were wishing, by the way. But of course, we cannot just depend on our wishes at the end. But yeah, I'm much more anyway towards, of course, this correction so far. Until, of course, a very clear signal that we are bearish again, and that this will end up corrective, which we're gonna see right now on the lower time frame. So let's discuss a little bit about the bullish and the bearish possibilities here. So basically, as I mentioned before, I was looking for an expanding diagonal, which is the most rare case scenario, right? But we have no option here anymore, just to rather than just using, of course, the expanding diagonal, which is, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, you can consider 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 again, but that is too many 1, 2s there. Therefore, an A, B, and a C might be unfolding, and it can be done and finished. Why we took the high? We have registered a new high today, and we got, of course, our 5 waves. Yeah, so far you're clear to go. Yeah, so I would say this expanding diagonal can be done. We took the high, and we might, of course, start to see some weakness In case, of course, that we are bearish, then you have finished an ABC 5 waves up. Very close to the 1-to-1 fib level, by the way, taken from the A to the B to the C. We're very, very close to the 1-to-1 fib level. Now, of course, it might be one more high here, definitely, maybe even continuation towards the blue box, the higher blue box, because expanding diagonal wave 5 loves to expand. But that means, of course, in this case, you are in A, B, and a 1-2, and potentially 1-2, 1-2 again, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. That means, of course, this is starting a little bit to be suspicious in case, of course, that this is an expanding diagonal. Otherwise, you want to continue directly towards the upside, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I don't want to see, of course, another wave 2 there. We want to see continuation for higher prices directly in case we are still, of course, an expanding diagonal. Now, where we turn to something really bullish here, which is like confirmed as bullish. Of course, we are already looking for higher, but we're not yet bullish. But above the 86K here to $150, I will turn very bullish, meaning, of course, turning into a confirmed A, B, and a C toward the upside, meaning further higher prices, meaning, of course, 100K here, okay? That means we are pushing towards the 100K from the 86K to $150. So this is what I'm looking for Bitcoin right now. Currently on the lower time frame, we start to see some weakness. We start to see, of course, some impulse towards the downside here in the top. But yeah, we'll see where it's gonna lead us. Of course, here we finished our wave 5, our wave 3. It can be that this is our wave 4 that we're still expecting here. So wave 4 as this white scenario. I'm looking here for this wave 4. Yes, so we have hit perfectly the 0.38, the deepest, I mean, still perfect target, but it is a deeper one. So wave 4, and it is a time to push for higher in case that this is looking for higher. Now be careful again, be careful, it might be also something pushing even for higher here, because once you finish the wave 4 and a 5 there, you might finish with it a wave 3, right? Wave 3, wave 4, and a 5, meaning higher prices, meaning, of course, blue box here. Yep. So this is how we're gonna get to it, because you have a large 1, 2 here. And if this is, of course, a double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5, it has to be very extended, as I mentioned. Then having 4 and a 5 again towards higher prices. So yeah, I'm still looking for higher, but be careful also. From the high here taken, finishing 1-to-1 fib level, so we have to be careful with it as well. Now, confirmation for something bearish, I would say, let's put the key level over there. So this is our key level right now. I think it was this, okay, it is a little bit higher right now, okay, a little bit higher. So this is our invalidation here of bearish, okay, at 70K 736. If we stay inside above this price, we're still looking for higher, yeah, above this price. Now this is a new high, okay, that's great. We don't need it. It's taken just to mark that we took a new high, but the things are still very likely to continue toward the upside. Yeah, unless we still keep seeing some weakness there, but I hope not. Yeah. I hope that we finish the structure properly. I mean, higher prices would be preferable here to have an expanding diagonal or a wave 3. Don't forget that the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then wave 3. Someone on the Discord mentioned that it's, I mean, why there is no other possibilities rather than the expanding diagonal. And I mentioned that this is only for the wave C expanding diagonal. ABC, in case we are corrective, then we push down. But of course, this can turn in 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and of course, wave 3 toward the upside. There is no other scenario. Otherwise, also you finish an expanding diagonal, turn it into a wave 1, and then wave 2, and then pushing toward the upside again. So, yeah, but at the end, this is very likely to be an expanding diagonal in both case scenario, whether it is a wave 1, 2 again, or a potential double 1, 2, and then wave 3 toward the upside. Yep, so that was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.